Hey everyone, welcome to our channel Indicatorlab. My name is Kika. I am the co-founder of this channel and I am a cryptocurrency trader myself. As a trader, we naturally wanted to find entry points that give us high risk-reward ratio. It doesn't really matter if you are a short bias or long bias trader or if you trade trend continuation or reversal. We probably can all agree that an entry point with a high risk-reward ratio is very important. In our previous videos, we backtested different strategies and evaluated their risk-reward potential and win rate. Today, we did something different. Instead of assuming a particular strategy, we just go back to the chart history and directly identify those entry points that give us high returns with the help of some coding tools. So the real question is, what do these high risk-reward ratio entries have in common? We want to find some common themes in these high return setups, internalize them, and potentially use them in our future trading, right? After all, as a trader, we are really in the business of pattern recognition. If there's any particular pattern in common, it will be to our advantage to memorize them. It's like sports, we're building that reflex. So if you agree and you are interested, please watch till all the way to this short video because we have lots of good setup images saved. They're waiting to be claimed. Okay, so now let's jump right in. Before we actually starting to loop through thousands of candles in the history, we do want to have some simple screening rules. First, these entry points need to be at the swing highs and the swing lows. Second, we want this candle to be above the 200 simple moving average of the candle length itself. Basically, that means these candle needs to be at the pivot point and they should also have certain lengths. It can be too small. The reason is there are often some small candles that's blended in a trend that will give you some high return. For example, these candles here, if you really trade these candles, you can go all the way up to maybe even 10 times return. But it's really hard to trade these candles in real time. They're more like a noise rather than a useful and tradable signals. So with these two screening criteria, we'll be left with really practical entry points. And now regarding the risk-reward calculation, using long trade as an example, we set the entry point at the high of this candle and then the stop at the low of this candle. And then we calculated the risk here and then we recorded those candles that give us those high returns up to 5 times. We do this for each candle that fits the screening criteria. Now in terms of the data to use, we collected perpetual future data on Binance Exchange and used the 1-hour chart from 150 trading pairs, starting from 2019 till November 2022. So this is a very comprehensive search, and we believe the results represent the best quality entries of the entire crypto history. Ready for the results? Here we go. So we sorted all these entry points by their risk-reward ratio. So for example, this long risk-reward 5 represents the entries that give us at least 5 times return. And we have 12,000 entries. And on the short side, we have 9,000 images for the 5 times reward. Okay, now let's take a look at some of these images and see what they really look like. In each of these plot, we have the entry at this point. This is entry, this is a stop, and we have the reward lines here up to 5. Before this entry, we have 200 candles there. That's really the history. This part is what we're interested in. We want to check the patterns, find any theme within this portion. On the right hand side, there's 50 candles. Really, it's just for the visual. We just want to see how it goes afterwards. But what really matters is the left side, okay? In the interest of time, I will just show the results for Bitcoin here, and I will just quickly flip through them. If you're interested in any one of them, just pause the video, take a deeper look of the setup. All right, so let's start. And now on the short side. Oof, that's a lot of images to flip through within a short time period, and I don't know if anyone has observed any interesting patterns. So before making the video, I did flip through these images and I find two potentially interesting observations. First, I realized a lot of these entry points, they are at the critical support or resistance level. It could be a retest of a prior high, or maybe a retest of the support line from a consolidation region. For example, here you have these points here, and this point is really just a retest of this support region, this line here. Same here, this is probably a consolidation zone, and this candle is really just a retest of a prior lows. And another observation is, at these critical regions, the price action of the entry point is very interesting. It's often a breakout, two breakout pattern, or maybe it has a really long pin bar. Basically, it's showing a strong trend of reversal. For example, here we have a red candle and the green candle for the long trade, so it goes up. That's a pretty typical 2B breakout. It breaks the price twice, and it didn't really go down further, so it's really showing a strong buying or support at this region. And this one very clear, right? You have a pin bar here that's really piercing through all the prior lows, but it didn't really continue. Instead, it had a trend reversal. I feel like this is very typical in crypto trading. Sometimes, there's a pin bar, it retests the prior low, and it actually breaks the prior low. Then it just started the reversal right away. If you have your stop loss at these points, then you will be watching the price go up without you. I know that feeling. There are probably more information to be mined here, but I feel these two are pretty obvious observations. And I'm very curious to know what you have in mind, and I would love to discuss these with anyone who might be interested. So if you are also interested and wanting to get a copy of these images, please come to our channel. We have a QR code here for our Discord channel. The links are shared in our dedicated channel in our Discord. We also have some other interesting signals that's broadcasted in real time for trading and for some macroeconomics data. For these signals, we only share it with registered users at our website, which is very simple. Just go to Indicatorlab. We have the link in the first comment below. Click the Get Early Access, and then click New to Assembler. It takes less than 5 seconds to register. After that, just come to the channel. We will assign you the role, and you can have access to all the images there. The registration is free. Everything is free. We will appreciate your support by becoming. We do appreciate your support because registered user is a great metric for our platform. And as early registered users, you will have more benefits in the future when we grow our platform. Alright, that's it for today. If you like these contents, please like and subscribe. Please also leave any comments below the video or chat with us directly in the Discord. See you next time. Until then, enjoy trading.